seen her before, but she's a really lovely little medium. So we'll get straight on. Okay.
Hello everyone. As our lovely Linda's just introduced us there, I am Brooke, I am a medium, and I just want to say thank you all for turning out tonight. Thank you to the lovely staff here at Bannatyne's for allowing me this opportunity to do something so fabulous. I just want to get started with a bit about myself and a bit on how I work and stuff like that. I'm probably more nervous than you, so if you see us shaking, I haven't had caffeine, I am nervous. But a bit about me, I've been a medium, working medium for about 5 years now, but I still get things wrong because I'm only human. I'm not different to any of you. I'm not special. There's nothing special about me. I'm still human. We all have this gift that we work on, that we can communicate with spirit here and in the afterlife, as people call it. But yeah, if I do come to you, and I do like to go directly to you, so if I pick me victim, I'll give a bit of information about the spirit that I've got with us. If you cannot take it, just say no. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please tell us. I won't be offended, but I might go in the corner and sulk. But it doesn't affect us, it doesn't offend us, so if you don't understand what I'm going on about, just let us know. That just means I'm either interpreting wrong or I'm with the wrong person. But like I say, I do like to go to the person I like pick me victim. Sometimes my GPS is broken, but I do like to go there. And I'm drawn over here. Can I come to the lady sat twiddling with her fingers, please? Yes, you lovely. While I was just sat on the toilet there, really weird, I know. I did have a lady in spirit with me that gave me a motherly energy. Would you understand mum in spirit, please?
No.
If it's not mum, can I say grandmother who took a lot of care of you, please?
Yeah.
Can I say with grandmother, I was sat in there and I heard her going, you'll be late for your own funeral, you'll be late for your own funeral, hurry up man. Can I say she actually was late for her own funeral?
Yeah.
Right, because that's what she was saying and that's why she was conveying it like that. Can I say she was a twitchy type of person as well, like me and yourself, where she was a bit anxious, she'd be playing with something on a cardie or picking at something, because that's how I feel. Yeah. Because I'm just like constantly wanting to pick at myself, and I think that's why I feel more anxious, because I've got a bit of a more anxious energy with me here. And she would have spoke fast as well, especially when she wanted to get a point across.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit uncertain about this, and she drew me to her hair. And I don't know if something went wrong where she was meant to get a perm or she wasn't, but it wasn't quite happy she wasn't quite happy about the state her hair was in. And I want to say that's within 3 months before she passed away.
She would have wanted it done.
She would have wanted it done, it wasn't done, because I just didn't feel it quite right. It was perm, then it wasn't, then it just looked flat.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right at all, and she was irritated by it, absolutely irritated by it. Can I give you the month of June, please? Round about, I feel it was just before she passed away. Would there have been right. I'm going to say there was a significant event that happened in June, just before she passed away, please, which led to how she passed away.
Yeah, she had a fall.
Right, because I didn't know, I was feeling a fall, but I didn't feel like I full-on fell, so I didn't want to say fall, okay? I felt uneasy about it and a bit swaying. Can I say with yourself at the moment, I'm working psychically here, not spiritually, where you felt sort of uneasy on your feet?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this as well, you feel a bit uneasy on your feet, but anxious about going out to new places as well, please?
Yeah.
So can I give you a round of applause for coming out here tonight, please? Because she's very proud of you for doing that. because I feel you've been a bit more of a hermit crab recently.
Yeah.
She'd like to go out and about, but I want to say the fall absolutely knocked her confidence. That's
Yeah.
it. Thank you. I was going to say conscience there. And she just wasn't 100% about anything, moving, even getting up out the chair, anything. It completely knocked her AWOL with her confidence. Can I say she would have struggled with her words as well, and this was a result of the fall where she was getting them all muddled up and she was more shaky then than what she was before.
Yeah.
I'm not clued up on my alcoholic drinks because I don't drink, but she's given me a little...
Sherry.
It was like a dark colour.
Harvey's Bristol cream.
Because I was like that. I'm like, is it port? What is it? Sherry? What is it? Like, it doesn't taste nice. But she had it there, and she said, "I'll have it, but I won't have any more." And then she had about 5 more.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to have a drink to that now. Can I give you August the 26th for a significant date, please? I feel it's more of a happy celebration, so I'm going to say a birthday because I've just looked at them candles there. If it's not the 26th, I'm rubbish with numbers. 2 days either side, please.
Oh, I can't think.
That's okay, that's totally fine because me and dates don't mix. I don't know why they do that. Like my heart rate's slowing down now and I'm easing, so I know she's just stepping back there. And I want to say Grandad's in spirit as well, if that
Yeah.
makes sense, please. Would he have, I'm going to say he went before she
A
did.
long time before, yeah.
Because I felt he was quite comfortable at
Yeah.
where he's at. But I feel that's how he was here as well.
Yeah.
Quite comfortable. He was very laid back.
Yeah.
If he could be any more laid back, he'd be absolutely
You'd
horizontal.
be comatose.
Yeah, too sure. And he's just giving you the thumbs up, but he turned green. So can I also say, oh, this is very generic. He enjoyed being in the garden as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing vegetables, flowers, even growing his own grass. And I don't mean grass, I mean, I mean like a lawn,
Yeah.
like taking care of the lawn. That's a priority.
Yeah.
And a sign from spirit I want to give to you is a sparrow, please. A sparrow from spirit. Not one, but 2 together. And one has a little fleck of white. And I don't know what colour sparrows have, but a little fleck of white on the chest.
Oh.
And that's your granddad, and the other one's your grandma. Now I'm going to leave there, love of you, and say
Thank you.
thank you for allowing me to work with you. I'm coming over here now, and I don't know whether I want to be with the young gentleman here. Am I okay to work with you, please? How old are you before I continue? Right. Parent, carers, yeah, am I okay to... Right, thank you. I'm not sure who it is I've got in spirit with me. I don't really get much of a relationship at the moment, but I'm working on it. But I do have a lady and a gentleman together. But I feel the lady was more outspoken than what the gentleman would have been. Would that make sense before I continue? You don't know. Right, can I go to your parents? Would that make? Can I say with the lady she had stomach issues as well, please? Very intense stomach issues. No. It doesn't feel right over here. I don't feel right. Bear with. Can you understand that in the front here? The lady in front with the butterflies on your shirt, please. Would you understand, ma'am, in spirit, please, who would have had the intense stomach issues? I've got goose pimples now, so I know I'm on the right track. Apologies, I might come back to you, I might not, who knows. I want to be really serious with you, ma'am, please. She could take a joke, but to a certain extent. She was more serious than silly, as she's putting it. This feels quite raw to me. It feels quite emotional. I feel with the stomach issues, can I say this is a hereditary condition, please? No. Okay. I'm saying that because I feel like there is someone, I'm not saying whether it's yourself or someone closely related to you, lady who is having problems with the stomach area, please. Would that make sense? Right, okay. And I'm not a doctor, I don't have a PhD in anything, so I can't prescribe or diagnose or anything, but it just made me feel like it was the same condition she had. I'm not, but, okay. She showed me a glass of fresh orange juice now, and I want to say it's something that she would have had. Would that make sense, please?
Yes.
Near enough every day,
Yeah.
a glass of fresh orange juice. Because I looked down there and it was more full. But I know back then it would have come in the glass bottles from the milkman, and in the winter it was frozen over, so she had to like thaw it out. She's got such a lovely warm energy about her, although she was quite serious, but it was she had a caring nature about her as well. She just had that aura, had that energy. She didn't have to say anything, she didn't have to do anything. If you were in her company, you knew you were in safe hands. And I don't know how much you knew about Mum's childhood, but can I say she had a very rough upbringing, please? Because I feel a bit standoffish about talking about it, like it's quite upset her with what she went through. And I'm not holding that up to anyone because that's her business and obviously family business. But I do know she's very proud of you following in her footsteps and being such, not just a great friend, but family member and parent as well. Now, Dad's coming now, and I feel Dad's more of a quieter than her, because I feel she wouldn't have let him speak, because it would have been absolute nonsense, she said. Dad was less serious than her, but I feel if you were to get wrong, it went through her, then it went through your dad, and he would have had the final say. A bit like in my house. If you don't behave, I'll tell your dad. This is quite peculiar, but can I give you, from your dad, raw mushrooms, please? And I don't mean the magic kind, I mean this like earthy ones that you grow yourself. I'm trying to wonder why that is, if it makes sense to you, and I'm not going to try and
I used to
work it out.
pick them in the field and bring them in his hat.
Oh, lovely. It's lovely memory for you. Can I say that when you said that, would you understand a childhood dog of yours, a little terrier, please?
Not a terrier.
Not a terrier, okay. Would it have been yappy like one? Quite loud?
Loud.
Loud,
Yeah.
okay. Because I've just heard like a loud bark. And to me, any loud, like constant bark is a terrier. Because all mouth, no brains. I can say that, I've got two. I know you mentioned your dad bringing them mushrooms back for you, but I'm going to say he would have took you on many walks as well with him, and that was where you felt at home, outside, walking. Can I say that's in the recent years stopped a bit more due to mobility, please? Where you've not gone on as many walks as you possibly like to? your dad's just saying, you don't have to go on walks to hear me and feel me. He said, I'm always there. Do you feel a pinch in your shoulder, like every so often that's your dad just pinching your shoulder, letting you know he's there? Because I've just felt it there. And it's quite a weird type of pinch. It's not like a pain or anything like that. It's a little like, I can't replicate it because it's not something I can do. It's peculiar and doesn't feel right, sort of thing. But it's just your dad letting you know he's there. And when I say your mum is letting him have his tuppence worth now, because she said she didn't while he was here, so she may as well now. And they both come in for a reason, but the reason is to uplift you and to let you know that you're not alone. And there is people, earth side and spirit side, that will listen to you yap on a load of rubbish. Keeping it PG, there's infant ears at the back there. Your mum's just raising a toast to you because she is so immensely proud of the way you've put up with things and how you've just got up and got on and got out of bed and said, do you know what? It's another day, I'm still here. God knows why, but I'm here for a reason and I'm going to just say what today brings. And that's what your mum did. She slaved on till the very end. And I feel she would have lived to a great age, please. No. Okay. Would you understand where I'm wanting to feel, I know I said I slaved on to the very end. She didn't stop at all. And she didn't want to, and she would have kept going and kept going and kept going. I'm not saying this is the age she passed, but if it is, I'm going to do a backflip, I won't. Can I give you the number 64, please?
I think she was 50 something.
Right. Just remember, I've given you the number 64 because you know, you might not know it, but there was a children's programme called 64 Zoo Lane, and I'm hearing that in my head as well. So can I say you're very great with children too? Then your mum would have had loads of children around her as well. It's just a warm energy you have, the same as your mum's, and they adore you. And never forget that you're not alone, because you're really not. And people are there to care about you. You do. Don't push them away, she said, like she did. And I'm going to leave her love with you, and your dad's walks in the grass, and just know he's there pinching you every second he gets. Thank you for allowing me to work with you. I'm not sure where I'm going, so I'm going to open this up. And that's very dangerous because I can have 10 people over here and 10 people over here going, bingo! But I have a young gentleman with me in the age range of about 25 to 30, and I feel his passing was tragic. By tragic, I mean, I don't feel it was somewhat, I feel it was self-inflicted, I'm going to put it that way. But he was a happy-go-lucky kind of lad. Quite a bit taller than me, I want to say about 5'11". Shoot me if I'm wrong. But, because I'm 4'11", so about a foot taller than me. And he's just cracking jokes all the time. Absolute belter of a lad. Anyone understand this, please? Don't all shout out at once. I do feel more drawn over here and this, over there, yeah.
Not self-inflicted.
Not self-inflicted.
It's 32.
Right, okay. I'm just going to work on a bit, see if I am with the right link. Okay. Can I say he would have been involved with the wrong crowd? No. The front. Right, yeah.
Might be my link.
Okay. Everything I say makes sense?
To me it does, yeah.
Right, okay, right. I'll just work with the lovely lady in leopard print. Absolutely adore that shirt, by the way. Okay. When I was making jokes earlier on about the magic mushrooms and the grass and that, can I say he would have made jokes like that and joked about anything really?
Yeah.
Can I say he did do drugs as well, please? Thank you. I'm not saying this is his name, but it's a name that should link with you either in spirit or on the earth plane. Well, can I give you the name Chris, please?
No, it's not called Chris.
Is anyone connected to you on the earth plane or in spirit called Chris, please? Do you know of anyone called Chris?
Not connected to the
No, it doesn't have to be connected to him, it's about you.
I know people called Chris.
Right, okay. The Chris I've got is a man, and I want to say he's on the earth plane, and can I say he's struggling mentally at the moment?
Right.
And can I say you're connected with him through work, please?
Right, I don't know.
That didn't feel right, that work bit.
No.
He's got dark hair. And that's who I want on the earth plane connected to you, okay? If you can't think of him, it's definitely around you and it'll pop in your mind in the next few days, okay? Alright, we'll go back to Spirit Link, okay? He's got me hopping about a bit and he liked to have a bit of fun, and do you know what? He's saying this. He said, I was here to have a fun time. I wasn't here for a long time. And that's the kind of man he'd have been. He was here to have fun and he wasn't... and he made some wrong choices along the way. He kind of reminds me a bit of Vinny from Brassic. I don't know if you've seen it. But that's the type of... His energy is just all over the place. Can I say his moods were up and down constantly? He could have been get hyper, bouncing off the walls, and the next minute he's having an absolute crash out, really aggressive. And that's why I wanted to say reminded me of Vinny. If you don't know, you don't know, but he keeps drawing me to his shoes. And I'm not sure why, but they're trainers. And they're a specific type of trainers, I don't know what they're called, but they're white, grey and black. Would you understand those trainers with him, please?
No.
No. It's okay. Is this making sense to anybody else before I continue? Don't be shy, I won't bite. That's okay. I will work with him. Could he have been... I'm going to say he would have liked to sugarcoat the truth quite a lot, especially when questioned.
A lie, yes.
Yeah. I sugarcoated that there, didn't I? I physically feel like I'm blowing hot and cold. And I know I already said about his personality jumping all the time. He doesn't want to say much about how he passed or the circumstances around that, because I feel it was something he thought he would have been shamed for, please. Although he wouldn't have, I feel it's something that he's not quite open about. And I don't feel he was quite open about what was going on in his head, neither, please, because that's how I'm feeling. I feel like I don't want to open up about certain things because it's not for other ears, he's saying. He didn't want to inflict his pain on other people intentionally, please. And while I said intentionally there, he's coming through with a sorry, and he handed a red rose, which is generic, but there was a little, like, envelope on it, and he's handing it to you saying sorry for everything. And that he's quite emotional. I'm getting goosebumps now, and I just want to say he is quite sorry because he didn't know what he was doing. He had a lot of mental illness, and me being someone like that myself, I know how tough it can get. And he's just saying, look, it wasn't you. Don't blame yourself. It was all his doing. Everything he did to you and everyone else, it was his doing. Please don't take the blame for anything that you couldn't have helped, because he had that idea in his head and he was going with it. There was no change in it. Can I bring your attention to someone around you? I want to say a young girl on the earth plane, please. Primary school age. Round about 6, 7 or 8. I'm not quite sure. Would you understand a young girl that age?
Potentially.
Can I say she's quite struggling with her self-esteem at the moment, please? And in school, making friends and stuff like that, and random outbursts of emotion. Does that make sense?
It's difficult to say.
Yeah. I'm not opening anything further up, but I just want to know I just want you to know he's very aware of this young lass, and he has said she will manage and she will get the help she needs, because with what happened to him, more people are aware and understanding, and will get her sorted quicker than Jack Flash is saying. Okay, and I've got to give you from him, and I don't know why, but a penny, and the penny is clean and shiny. It's not an old one; it's a brand new one. So I'm taking that as turning over a brand new leaf.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. And he does have a lot of love for you, even though he had trouble saying it and showing it. His love and admiration for you is quite strong. And I'm just going to leave that with you and just say thank you for everything you did for him, because you did do a lot. You did, and you did help him, but he couldn't help himself, if that makes sense. I'm just going to leave his love with you. Thank you for allowing me to work with you. I think I'm down this avenue here. I have a lady in spirit. I don't believe it was mum, grandma or anyone like that. I do feel she was more sister. What on earth was that? I forgot to disclaim beforehand, I am recording this. If you are over this side and you don't want to be in it, let me know and I'll scribble your face out. Right, I am down here. I do have a lady in spirit who is a sister. And she's given me the type of, like, is with chalk and cheese, and she's quite, I'm going to go and say she wasn't the easiest to get along with. Would that make sense down here, please? I'm going to give a bit more description on her. She's, what I mean by that is, it's a bit like my sister basically. I love my sister to bits, but she is quite the jealous type, and again, like the gentleman I've had here, would snap like that. If that makes sense. I'm not saying she was a nasty person or anything like that. I feel she was genuinely lovely, but she was very hard to get on with as a person. Am I?
My sister.
Your sister, okay.
And I do my sister as well.
Oh, okay. It's everyone's sister, it's just a pain in the butt. Like, I think that's just sisters, isn't it? You're just very hard to get on with. I love my sister to bits, but if I had to choose her as a friend, I wouldn't choose her. But I'm going to take my jacket off for this. I'm not going to come and wrestle you, don't worry. Okay. Can I say she would have been more so the quiet one, unless she was in an argument and she really made a point. That makes sense. Yeah, lady at the back.
No, she wasn't quiet.
She wasn't quiet. Okay. Because I feel a bit like I'm standing off and I don't really want to talk to you, but if you talk to me, I'll talk to you, sort of thing. But it's sort of a bit like, okay, you're talking to me, sort of thing. Does that make sense, please? Oh, it's weird because you're in very light colours and I can see her in quite dark colours. And that's sort of how you would have been seen. You were the bright, colourful light one. She would have been more like, not moody, but like moody aesthetic sort of thing. For some reason she's holding the hand out. I'm not saying she's dragging you over there, because she's not. But she's holding the hand out as sort of like a peace offering. Can I say, before she passed away, there was a few choice words said between us. She's not admitting she was wrong, because she never would. But she's also saying as well, don't worry, because you're not in the wrong neither. She said that's took a lot for me to say that. I know. Okay. Having a conversation with her would confuse the life out of you, can I say? Because half the time she doesn't know what she's going on about herself. Would that make sense? Because I'm just wanting to make sense of how I'm feeling with her and what she's going on about, and I just can't. I just like. Like, she's coming forward because she's wanting to knock you down a peg or two, and I'm not saying like bring you down as in down emotionally, but she's wanting, that's how she's coming across. She's quite abrupt with her words, isn't she, for someone quiet? Can I say there's a situation that surrounds yourself at the moment where you're getting involved and it's not your situation? You've been involved in some way, intentionally or not, and she wants to drag you out of that situation, please, if that makes sense. Because I'm just seeing her quite, it's when she held her hand out there as well, just to drag you and get you out of the situation, because she said it's not going to be good for you. I don't know whether it's because she wants to argue with them or what, but she's saying it's not for you to argue your point. Again, I'm not a doctor, but can I say, lately, there's just been one illness after another, and I'm not going to say that these big, massive illnesses, but you know, like colds, and you're just getting over the cold, and then you've got another cold, and then other things on top of that. Does that make sense, please? No. Would that make sense for someone around you, please? Because I felt it very prominent. I just feel all bumped up and run down. No. Just remember I said that, because I do feel it's connected with the situation you're in at the moment. She said if you don't get out now, this situation, you're going to end up feeling ill and wasting your energy on things that you shouldn't be wasted on. And someone, I don't know whether this is granddad or dad, please, but he's just stepped forward and he's quite regimented in army uniform, please, and he came forward with a poppy. So I know he would have served in one of the World Wars. I'm not sure, am I okay to continue? Because he's quite a dominant man, very dominant figure, and he's just holding, I said, what are you bringing forward? And she just stepped out the way, he stepped in holding the red poppy. It's okay to stick to your routine. If people, because he was an army man and so regimented, he always had a good routine going, and he left that to you, and you have a good routine, day-to-day life as well. And he's coming in with such admiration and such love for you, because that's how he felt when you were the apple of his eye, I want to say. Absolute apple of his eye. And I feel that's why he pushed her out the way, because he wanted to speak to you. He said, I've had enough time with her, I want my time with you. And although he had this stone-faced type of character to him, and I think he would have been a lot softer with you and opened up a bit more with you, so you could open up with him. he's drawing me to a poppy field now. Would you understand where there is a poppy field where you would frequent, please? Because he's saying to me, you don't have to go there all the time if you can't. You don't have, and I feel there's a memorial for him as well, please. I don't know whether it's a grave or there's something engraved on stone for him. Would you understand that, please? No. Okay. I just saw an engraving and I saw the poppies around the engraving. And he's saying you don't have to go to visit that or see that. I'm not there. I'm here all the time. And can I say as well, he was religious but not in the sense as well. He believed, he had a faith, but I feel he used to say the saying, if there was a God, why would there be so much suffering? And that's the type of person he was. Because of what he witnessed on the battlefield and what he witnessed in life in general, he said, why should there be such a God? But I did feel he was religious in a lifestyle. Like, I'm going to say he prayed as well. I feel that was more in his earlier days though than his later life, and I've gone really dizzy there. Okay. Can I say he lost all senses of everything before he passed away, please? Because that's how I've just gone all dizzy and like just everything's gone. And he said, don't worry. You shouldn't have worried about us. I was all right. I was here, there. Did you understand where it was like in and out all the time of spirit and earth? He had his way with words as well. If he had to say something, he knew what he was going to say and he knew how to articulate himself. He was very good and proper with the way he presented himself, physically, mentally, and the way he spoke as well. Can I say you felt a little delicate touch on your right ear? Like a little, like something's caught it, please, but ever so softly. Just watch for that, because I want to say that's him just fluttering by. And I did see a butterfly, but I'm not saying he's a butterfly. He's reincarnated into a butterfly. It just felt like when a butterfly or a bee or something lands on you, that's how it felt, okay? I'm going to leave his love, sister's strength and love, and his strength and love as well, because they are there and they're always with you, and say thank you for working with me as well. Lovely, thank you. I feel I'm down here in the front row. I have a lady in spirit who it's a ladies' night tonight, who would have enjoyed going out all the time and enjoyed, I'm not saying like on the lash or anything like that, but she would have enjoyed going out of the house and going to different events. I'm saying bingo, I'm saying ladies' night, I'm saying going everywhere. That makes sense? Because I'm looking down here, yeah. Can I say, if you wanted to go see her, you'd have to make sure she was definitely in before you went to go see her, because she was just out of different things all the time. She get where draft can I say?
Not as she got older, no.
No, but would this make sense in her life at some point, like a big chunk of her life, please?
Yeah.
I feel she would have whittled away on any trip, any event, anything. She would have gone, oh yeah, I'll go. No, if you need to make the numbers up, I'll go. Oh, do you fancy going here tonight or something like that? She would have hated being inside. that make sense?
She did hate being inside.
I just want to be out.
Yeah,
I
she
don't like
did.
being
She did.
confined
Yeah.
to being in the house or in just one room. And I feel that was a lot of frustration with herself before she passed. Because she was. Like, I know you just said there. Okay. Would you understand where I'm saying a wheelchair with her, please? Are you okay for me to continue? You're alright. It's okay. Would you like me to give you a minute?
No.
You're okay. And I feel that's why she was confined to this house. But she hated being in it. She hated that loss of pride sort of thing. And freedom of just going out. Not telling anyone, just going, oh, I'm going out, lock the door, here we go. She had to rely on someone else to take her out.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking her out.
Yeah.
Thank you. So she said, what would I have done without you taking me out? She said, I'd have lost my mind before I did. she had a good sense of humour on her as well. She had a cracking joke now and then. What happened with the roast dinner? Did it burn? I don't know whether it was yourself or you took her out for something to eat, but she said the roast dinner wasn't like what she had.
No, she was always saying that.
She wasn't happy about that. She said, why don't you just let me make it? I'll treat you. Right, that's not a treat, I'll do it myself next time. Even when she couldn't, she said, I'll do it, don't worry, don't fuss. I feel she forced herself to go out and was kind of in denial of her loss of mobility before she needed the wheelchair, because she's trying to hide it and not let people know what the crack is, because she's completely like, I'm alright, what's the matter with you? I'm alright, alright, don't worry about me, worry about yourself, I'll get there. And she did, she got there. Don't know how, but she got there.
Well,
She had a lot of strength and stamina in her, and that goes a long way down the bloodline, I want to say. All of yous have got this strength and stamina to keep going. I don't know if it's with the lady next year or with another lady around about the same age who was going through doctor's appointments, maybe a chronic illness or something that's not quite right.
me.
Right. Okay. Can I say there's quite a few of yous? Because I'm just saying, that's where the strength comes in as well, of not giving up. She said, even if it takes 20 different doctors to listen to you, you go and get them to listen right. Because I feel it's been hard to get a decent diagnosis. It is with anything these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Bloody COVID knocked everything up. I'm not going to get political, that's wrong. But can I say she would have went on these little rants here and then as well?
Yeah.
If she caught something on the news, she would, it wasn't like my day, I'm fuming.
Yeah.
She would have, she had a hot head on her when it came to politics and stuff like that. She had her opinions, and her opinions were set. You couldn't change them. Even if you tried to reason, well, I'm not having that. No, I'm right, yeah. You can think what you want, but don't tell me what I want to think. She took pride in everything, even in the way she presented herself, the way she looked. And can I say, she went out, and I feel this was when she was in a wheelchair, with something, I don't know whether it was something stuck in her teeth, she forgot her teeth or something like that, and she didn't realise till she got home.
She has done that once, actually. Once, only once.
She's not telling you off or anything, she found it funny in the end. She said, I can't believe I've been out all day.
She did once.
Can I say she would have been the type of lady to keep a spare pair of underpants in a bag as well, please? No,
Not that I know of.
I don't feel it was like... I know a lot of women are Joe, myself included, especially after I have 2 kids, you know, natural. But she's just making little jokes. It's not her, it's someone. Is it you? I'm opening it up, but I want to say there's someone that just keeps a spare pair.
Is it you? Is it you? This is my daughter. This is my daughter. Is it you? I didn't know you were carrying Nicky's in your You don't carry Nicky's in your
She's opening all secrets. There's nothing secret from Spirit, I'll tell you that. She finds it funny because it's just something that she would have laughed at when she was here. Okay. Don't worry, if you're going to go to a concert with a man on the stage that you like, you can just love them at him, you know. And she's great. She's absolutely rolling and laughter now. She had a lovely laugh, didn't she?
Yeah,
like,
she did.
Bit of a,
She
it was
did.
an infectious laugh,
Yeah,
bit of
she
a
did.
cackle, bit of a, like, loud.
She
If we were in here and she was downstairs, you'd be able to hear it. And if she wanted a drink, she would have had one as well.
She wanted what you
Yeah, no, I don't feel she would have had one every day, but I think to treat herself, she would have went, oh, I'll have a drink. She said, well, you've got, I'm all right, I'm here, it's all right, I'll have a drink, and then another, and then I'm going home in a taxi, I'm rolling in a taxi, sort of thing. She's making me aware of someone around you who has just started uni or is thinking about starting uni next year, please.
Your granddaughter.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is your course that you want to study, but I heard in my head psychology. No, that's fine. Would you understand where someone is interested in the workings of their brain and mental health working, please?
You could.
Could,
Yeah,
right,
you could.
okay. Because that's the route she's drawn me to, and she said bravo, she said, first person in the family to go to uni.
Yeah.
Because she's immensely proud of that. I'm going to say my sister's the first to go to uni, and she's an outcome today. But, no, but she's very proud of you, and she said, don't worry, it'll all be there, you know it all already. It's just something for you to get a certificate behind your name. You know it all already. Don't stress about it. And I feel she would have given you a slide £20 note or something, and just gone, here, get yourself a drink. Have fun at uni, she said. Have fun. It's not just about learning, it's about the experience as well. I don't know where that came from. And she's just wrapped this gold band, like a wedding band, around you all, and just brought you all in tighter. And I feel there's a lot more that should have come tonight, I want to say, but we weren't sure. We'll tell them next time. No, I'm only joking. And I'm going to leave her love with you, and that tight bond with the family, I feel, no matter what, will never get broken, because it's just so tight. And do you know what? If one of you have a fallout, you're back friends the next minute. And that's just the type of family it is. I'm going to leave you with her love. Oh, and her humour's, just unmatched. And thank you, and enjoy your knickers.
It's about £20. Do one more and then we'll have a break.
Can I come to the gentleman here, please? Right. Don't worry, I'm not going to bite your head off. I'm not going to jump you or anything like that. You just looked absolutely like a deer in headlights there. I'm not sure on the relationship I've got here because I'm all over the place. But I do have a gentleman in spirit, and he would have been the type. I feel he would have smoked, and I feel he would have been the type of man who would have told you how it is, and he didn't have a problem with that. Would that make sense, please?
There's a few like that.
Right, okay. I'm going to say with him, he didn't care if people didn't like him. He didn't care if he upset you. But he would have told you out the kindness of his own heart. And I've got to give... I feel he's a very vague, generic gentleman. And would have enjoyed a good socialising. That makes sense, please.
Again, a few of them.
Can I say this is Dad, please?
I don't want to talk to that bastard.
Right, okay. That's fair enough. If that... It happens. It happens. I'm just going to see if this is definitely Dad or someone else, just to make sure, because he did feel loving. Just a bit taller than yourself. Is this not Dad? Okay, then I've got someone else with you then, please.
With me?
Yeah. I'm not sure whether this is his name. Obviously, I haven't hit the nail on the head with names tonight. But can I give you the name Andrew, please? No, that's okay. If I'm not with you, just let us know and tell us that, you know. But I might be in that direction. I want to say this man would have had trouble with his eyesight, please. Where he would have needed glasses, but I feel towards the end he would have struggled more. Would this make sense to Grandad, please? No, okay, that's fine. Would anyone in this direction understand that, please? A loving man would have told you straight how it is, and liked to socialise. Quite tall and would have struggled with his eyesight. Can I come to the lady in the front with the black hair, please? Would you understand this gentleman, please? No. Would you understand him coming forward with a gentleman? Right, I'm going to bring someone else forward and be connected to him, okay? So I do feel I'm in this diagonal here. I've got a gentleman as well, a bit younger than him. This is Dad and Grandad. Does that make sense before I continue? No. Okay. Somewhat in this direction, maybe. Am I with you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Dad would have been a lot quieter than Grandad. Would that make sense? No. Okay. I'm just going to open the door up because I'm not getting there. Does anyone understand? Dad, Grandad, both in spirit. Dad would have been more quieter than Grandad. Both would have loved socialising, quite similar energies, but I feel Grandad would have told you more straight of how it is, and Dad was a lot softer. I like to sugarcoat things. No. And I've got to give the name Andrew, that is definite. Okay. I'll just let them step back and I'll try and get something else. They are somewhere in here. I'll see where they go in a minute. I do have another lady, it must be the ladies that like working with me tonight. And normally it happens where I get a load of men one night, a load of women one night, and then others I'm all over the place. I do have a lady in spirit, and she is the traditional grandma. I mean, short, perm, bacon, all that, very generic, very normal, like traditional textbook. But I feel she had, again, like over here, a peculiar sense of humour and quite a little bit rude. That makes sense, please? I'm over here. That makes sense with you, please? Yeah. No. I'm over here somewhere. I am. Does anyone understand grandma in spirit? Who would have been like textbook grandma, please? There. Would you understand her humour being a little bit wicked, a little bit rude? Right, okay. I feel before she, more so in the later life, she'd have been a lot smaller. I'm trying to get something specific about her because she is the generic grandma. Would you understand with her, I'm not sure if you would have known this, but can I say you were always round her house, please? No. I just want to be around you all the time and want to be just with her. I don't know if you'd know this, and that's why I stepped back from it. Would you understand where grandma would have lost a few babies before? Right, okay, because that's where I want to go. Can I say 5, please? Right, thank you. I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not sure which side of the family I'm on with her, but I feel that's how she was when she was here. She wouldn't stand up for her own child if they weren't in the right. That makes sense. She would have picked the other side. So that's why I'm fluctuating between mum, dad, whose mum are you? I don't know myself, she said. But I feel that's a sentiment with her as well. She took everyone under her wing. And it didn't matter whether they were blood related or not. Everyone was welcome to the family and everyone was welcome with her. Okay. Can I say dad's in spirit as well, please? Can I? Okay. There's a gentleman with her in spirit on the generation younger than her. I don't know, I said she lost 5 babies, but I feel this one passed away when they were a lot older, please. That makes sense. Because he's just jumping through and he's just gone, you're cracking it. And he would have been quite humorous as well, but very laid back, didn't have a care in the world. And she's going great with him. Because she's absolutely doesn't know what to do with herself. Does that make sense, please? Because he's got her all over the place. She's, what are you doing? I don't feel it's in your possession now, but can I say she had a very old book of nursery rhymes, please? Very old and dusty, and it would have gone through the family and gone through the generations. And I feel that went when she went, instead of passing it on. She used to read it to all the children and the grandchildren, but when she went, that went. She didn't want a big fuss made about her all the time. She'd have rather made a fuss about everyone else. She was too busy for people to focus on her. And I feel that was the same sentiment with her funeral. She'd have rather just had, chucked in a box and gone. That's how she would have put it. She didn't care. But I feel he's made a big deal out of it, regardless of whether she wanted to or not. Because she deserved to be celebrated because of everything she did for everyone. And can I give you the month of January, please, connected to her? And I feel that's more around the more morbid. She's funny because she's like, it's a morbid time. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you sounded like me now because I'm obsessed with death as well. Can I say she would have always spoke about death? But she was light about it, please. She didn't make things too morbid. She had a good laugh with it, and she made fun of it. And she just said, like I said before, she made sure people knew what to do when she went. She's saying I was the last one standing. I want to say she was the last one of her, like, brothers, sisters and that to go. And she said, well, bloody hurry up. I don't feel like she wanted to die, but that was the sentiment she made. She's like, I've seen all my grandkids, I've seen my kids. I feel she saw a great-grandchild or two as well. That makes sense. Can I say there was a fine line between her passing and the great-grandchildren coming then, please?
Yeah.
And she was happy with that. She said she's happy they came along when they did, because she still got to see them whether she was in the physical sense or not. Can I say, in your family, it's a bit like in my family, when one goes, another comes. Because that's how it is in mine. Every time someone passes in our family, someone else is pregnant. And it's usually me. Okay. I feel once you got speaking to her, she would have spoke for England, please. And you're just like, oh, well, I've got to go now. Oh, well, wait a minute. I've just made this for you. And she'd have come out with a tray of God knows what cakes, biscuits, even pies and the savoury things as well. Didn't stop her. And I'm going to leave her love with you and this gentleman's humour and cracking like all over the place, and say thank you for allowing me to talk to you. It's alright, sorry, I was trying to think there what I was going to say. I know that was a bit of a hard one to do. I do still have them two gentlemen with me, are we?
We'll have this one and then we'll go for a break.
Right, okay. I do still have these gentlemen with me and I know they belong somewhere, okay? And I feel they went close together. So I need to speak to someone here who would have had Dad and Grandad pass within a close time frame of each other, please. That makes sense with anyone? I know I do get stuff for a reason, all mediums do, so they're definitely here for someone, and they're none of mine. Mine is still here, so it's okay. I'm just thinking. I asked where I needed to be, and I heard purple top. Anyone wearing a purple top? Can you all look and see what you wear? There. Okay. Would you understand these two gentlemen, please?
Me?
Yes. Okay. Right. I'm going to see what I'm working with. Okay. I'm not trying to make it fit, but I definitely feel their energy, and I definitely feel someone here. Would you understand a gentleman in spirit who would have told you straight, told anyone straight, really, about anything, and would have been straight to the point, please? It was just the energy I was feeling. Okay, okay. It's a very popular name, but would you understand the name Margaret, please? Connected to you. Right, thank you. Because I wanted some concrete. Right, okay. Because I just felt. And I'm not sure whether this is a last name or a first name. Do you understand Stuart connected to you as well, please? No. Right. Where am I going? I do have a lady stepping forward now, and I feel she would have been connected to these two gentlemen, please. Is there anyone who you could ask about your dad and granddad, please? No, okay. Can I say this lady, she would have been quite a soft-spoken lady, please, and would have been, painted herself out to be prim and proper. I feel with this lady, if I'm going to keep going, but see if I'm definitely with you. This lady, she would have wore glasses as well. And she always wore one specific type of shoe, please. I'm not sure what it is, but it would have been comfortable for her. Okay, okay. Can I say she had a lot of swelling in her legs as well, please?
That's what I'm thinking of, then it will be my grandmother.
Okay,
No,
right.
Not the name of Margaret, though.
Oh, that's fine. I just knew, I just wanted something concrete to know who I was with.
I think,
She reminds me a bit of my nana. Oh, got me vice there. And a bit like Hyacinth Bouquet a bit, but not to the point as far as she went. I don't feel she went that far and wasn't who she was. But I feel she liked people to think highly of her, not in the aspect of a big ego, but more in the aspect of being well respected.
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Well, which died,
Can I say with yourself at the moment, please, there's been a lot of stuff going on in your life that's just quite, you just want to have a lie down and go to sleep. Because that's how I feel with you, and I feel quite exhausted, if that's the right term of phrase. I'm just going to say, would you understand at the moment where there's been situations where you've found yourself a bit confused, please, and not understanding the confusion, but also want to understand more? I feel with you, you're constantly on the go as well. Like always, like got something to think about.
sometimes.
Okay. Can I say Grandma is just bringing in a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and then I don't know what they are. They're different types of flowers. There's no roses in there, but there's everything but roses. I want to say, with the roses, she's got them with her and she wouldn't like to part with them. That makes sense, please.
She would or
Wouldn't like to part with her roses. Okay. I'm just giving a big bouquet of flowers and they're really colourful. And I want to say, just to bring a lot of colour into your life. That makes sense, please. Bit of excitement.
yeah, my life's sort of like, yeah.
Right, okay.
Drama more than anything.
And I'm going to leave her love with you and thank you for allowing me to work with you. Okay, thank you.
Right, everyone, we're going to have a 15-minute break, so you can go to the toilet, get a drink or whatever.
Thank you all for watching. We're just taking a 15-minute break, so if you want to come back, please do. Don't have a clue. Don't have a clue what's happening with my phone. Obviously, Spirit taken over. I can't press anything on it.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Stay away. What's she saying? What's she saying?
Managed to get it working. Try and get this off of the background. Oh, thank you, Lauren. That last one was very hard. Them two gentlemen were definitely somewhere. Just trying to get this off the background and out. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sky. It's hard working in a room full of like people. I'm gonna do some tunnel cards next. Well, thank you all for the likes and shares and that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, I have. I get them through all the time. Miscarriages, stillbirths, all the babies, doesn't really matter. Usually things that I've gone through myself, so yeah. I'm not currently doing readings at the moment. Well, actually I can now. If you just drop me a message and I'll arrange something. Just DM me on here or on Facebook, it's all linked in the bio. It's very hard. I'm doing Bannatyne. It's definitely with that gentleman as well. That gives me ice latte, pumpkin spice latte. Thank you, my lovely. Ooh, nice.
Will that do you?
Yeah, yeah.
To get some more? You're all right, because you've got that, haven't you?
It's lovely that.
Good. Especially made by me.
Oh, it's hard, like, some of the quick, especially towards the end there, it's very hard.
Yeah. I was trying to send energies up to you.
I've done it. Yeah, I do live, no, I'm just live. I do live events in the North East Coast Durham area, because I don't drive. But I try to live stream them as much as possible.
We'll finish it now. We'll finish it now.
Then I do some tarot. Yeah. I can feel my energy dropping.
Can't really see this watch. It's the reflection of all the things.
It's 10 to. I'm just going to go for a quick wee.
Yeah. Well, we're all right till 8 o'clock.
Me and you, Cassie. I'm going to leave a comment on for this one. And I'll turn it now. Yeah, it's coming back. Oh, thank you. Sorry. doing a live event at Bannatyne.
The box crying and that's a bit off-putting.
What?
People with a
Oh,
box.
I know. I think I've learned to block most of it out though.
Claire was just saying she thought you were better than when you were here last time. Oh. Well, I'm not going to say, because to me you've always been really good.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had them three. One of them was Elaine and one of the others that was grabbing at everything you said. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No one's grabbing anything tonight, are they? One extreme to the other, but you never get a nice, my eyes don't get it. So picture drops. This is where you'll see us having a panic attack. I think he's gone.
well, he was with that woman, you know. They were both together.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Message too, but you could see he was like, well, they both were a bit like, I don't know. The trouble is, a lot of people that don't know, like, when you were given Andram their message about, well, no, her name wasn't Margaret, but you'd already said that. They don't listen to, you know what I mean?
I think that happens with, I do it myself sometimes, so sometimes you like so concentrate.
But like, as I say, you know, like you say it's roundabout then, so
Yeah.
it, you know. Yeah. No, I think you've done really, really well.
I'm pleased. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing as well as I should.
No, you
But I'm just going with the flow of it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think that's the best
And
you can
it's
do.
like if people are giving you a bit of feedback, it's better for you. It says you
Yeah,
as
oh
well,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Some of them though, I was literally about to say it, and they said it. I was like, you know, well, it's one of them things.
I had a man come through, an oldish guy, and he wanted.
One more person that lived out. Because you know, just in case of the funeral to see, because I know Sam's at the door,
Oh,
my
right.
friend has. One more person that opens the door and that will be going.
This lemon meringue pie he was on about. There was something else, but I can't remember it. It went out with brain. So. But it was an oldish man. It was lemon meringue pie.
I'm getting loads of women
I
today.
could see it.
I don't know why. Sometimes I just get men. Thank you very much. Been quite good, Madison. It's been a few. There was a few at the end, couldn't take it, but this will all be posted on YouTube. Sorry, sister. I was actually slagging you off, Madison. Might have thought I was making a toast there. Yeah, I've got a very religious lady with me. Very. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed your break. I definitely did. We've got pumpkin spice ice latte here. Very basic for me, I know. But I do like to say again, thank you all for coming. It's been fantastic. Like I say, I don't do it for my personal gain. I do it to prove that life after death does exist. And I'm not here to be the best. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm just here to deliver messages. And I feel like I had to clarify that because the lady I've got, she's given us a right run for my money, quite stern lady. I'm just going to open this out because I truly don't know where I'm going with this lady. But she was very, very religious, Catholic, okay? Rosary beads, cross on the wall, everything. And she's going, come on then, stand up, go to the person I want you to if you're so good. I'm like, all right, okay, calm down, I'm not perfect. But that's the type of lady she was. She would not believe in anything like this. This is complete blasphemy to her, and I'm quite shocked. I'm not shocked she's come through because the most religious people do actually come through. Does this make sense to someone, please? Yeah. Okay. Can I say she was very stern, and you could not change her mind on her religion at all, and she wanted everyone to believe in what she believed in. Really big Catholic. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I only went to a Catholic school for 2 years and I hated it, but that's a different conversation in itself. And she's like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, what? You know, she's like, that, go like that to you. I'm sure I saw someone do that when he walked out, actually. I think that's why I want to do that. Oh, right. I couldn't remember who I saw, and she's like, again, when I went to the toilet, she was with us there. I don't know what it is with spirit, right, but every time I go to the toilet or go in the bath, they're there with us the most. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm getting zen or what. But she was a lady who would have been, I don't want to say in everyone's business, but she'd like to know everything. No. Okay. Can I say she didn't like to leave people alone. She liked to always be concerned about them, if that makes sense, or always wanting to know what they're doing and how they are.
Yeah.
That's the notion I was getting, especially when I was on the toilet there. She's going, what are you doing? Are you alright? You need to... Although she didn't believe in what I was doing and was quite against it, she was still concerned for my well-being. Does that make sense? I feel that was the religious aspect about her as well, because of the religion she believed in. She believed, and she truly did, feel that she had to care about everyone and understand how they were feeling. I don't know if this is with yourself or her, but she wouldn't have been the best at stitching. or mending things, please, clothes, because I've actually tried to do a stitch in this because it would have been blasphemy if I hadn't. And it's not the best. And she's like, oh, it's better than what I would have done. And she was quite light-hearted at times, but mostly very serious and very strict with her religion. Can I say as well, there is, on the earth plane now, and while she was alive, 2 different people I want to say, who had a child out of wedlock, please, in the family.
Yes.
And can I say she was aware of this child when she was here, and she was really, really against the whole situation till she met the baby, and everything changed. She still had her beliefs and still didn't believe that children should be born out of wedlock, but the love for that baby was unconditional. It was like she'd met them before. Does that make sense? The bond that was there. And when I normally get babies in spirit, so to you who I gave 5 babies, there's 5 babies coming. I'm not saying with yourself, just around you. So, when I normally get babies mentioned in spirit or from spirit, I do normally like to say there's news of one that's happened or is coming. Does that make sense, please?
Yes.
Can I say 2 then? Okay. 1 girl, 1 boy? Or you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm not predicting, but that's how I felt. Okay. And she's so happy with these. Oh, babies are like the blessings. She's saying they're the blessings of God and the children of God. She's saying that if anyone was to have a baby, as long as you're married, she would have been the first to pick the baby up, cradle them, and love them, and she'd have been fantastic with babies, just not with adults sometimes if they cross their path the wrong way. Can I say someone's kept her cross, please, that was up in the house?
Yes.
And can I say it's still here, please?
Yeah.
She's saying, why has it got a bit of dust on?
That's a joke.
Because she said she would have always kept it clean and nice. I don't. But she liked things clean, proper, and tidy in the way she liked them. And I'm not going to say to let her know to clean it, but she's wanted it clean. I'd let her do whatever she wants with it myself, like, but it's in a lovely place and it looks lovely just with a couple of flecks of dust on, she's saying. She's proud that it's still in the ownership of her family and it's still proudly displayed. And I know she's religious, and I did see the Book of Psalms, please, but can I also say she kept a book where she wrote her own religious, like a religious diary to herself, please? Right, because it was like a dark red, maroon colour, would that make sense? I feel it's more discoloured now. Okay. Just remember I said that because I could feel it. It's like leather bound. I could feel it. And the handwriting's immaculate as well. And I'm going to leave her love with you. And just a message of keep the faith, no matter what it is. Keep the faith. Right. And I'll leave her love with you. Thank you. If I go quiet, I'm not going to start levitating. I'm just thinking. Can I be with the lady in blue, please? Would you understand a gentleman in spirit who you would have been close to, please? Who would have thought of you very fondly? Right. And I feel he would have lost his balance quite often. I'm not sure if this is with him, but I did get this while I was in the toilet again. a head injury. Would that be with him, please? Please say no, because it just felt like with the dizziness. There was something, yes, because I just didn't feel there was something quite right in my head. I felt quite off balance and my head's pounding. Okay. And can I say it affected everything to do with him, please? Physically, mentally, the lot. Whether he showed it or not, I feel it was quite prominent inside of himself. I want to say this is with him, but I'm not 100%, so I'm just going to go with it. Can I say there was an issue with his throat as well, please?
Not his throat.
Not his throat.
My mum's throat.
Okay, because I wasn't 100%. I just felt my throat going quite dry and quite sore and closed. Again, I don't feel he had much of a religion or like a die-hard religion, but he didn't believe in afterlife or life after death or anything like that. He wouldn't have been the person to say anything about it, really. Religion, anything like that, didn't bother him. And he's gone, why the hell am I here? Sort of thing. Because it's something that he just didn't know, didn't interest him. And now he's here and he's like, okay. So he's obviously come through for a reason, and I feel that reason is to just comfort you. Can I say that you felt your bed go down a bit when you've been in it yourself? It's felt like it's not moved, but like there's been like a little bit pressure on the bed. I want to say that's him sitting there just letting you know. And I feel he's more with you at night, because I feel that's when you feel more alone. That makes sense? And I always say we can feel alone in a room full of people that we know and love. And I feel that's how you feel at the moment, without opening things up, please. And I'm going to get my cards out of here. Don't worry, I'm not going to it's nothing dubious or anything like that. It's just a bit of tarot. I feel with him, he could have been quite hands-on with things he was doing. And like to get handy and just like getting stuck in, doing what he knew best, please. And that I feel that's why I wanted to draw myself to these, because okay. And I've got the Page of Wands, and that I don't know if you can see, but there's a lady there and she's sort of juggling fire, please. And can I say that's how you're feeling at the moment? Like you're just trying to balance things out and not quite feeling yourself, and sort of feeling not physically disorientated, but just not right, if that makes sense. I just feel with this card, okay, it's the fire in both hands. So can I say there's a situation around you where you are, to me, fire is quite drastic and dramatic. Can I say there's a situation around yourself? I do actually feel it's to come, where you feel, be like a heated situation. If you don't know it now, I definitely feel like it's to come, okay? And I'm not predicting anything bad's going to happen, because that's not what we do. But he's got me aware. He would have took a step out with things like that. He wouldn't have got himself involved in drama or anything unnecessary that didn't involve him anyway. Does that make sense? Would you understand as well where either yourself or someone close to you lost a baby to spirit, whether that be a miscarriage or stillborn, please? Just remember I said that, because I do feel it's connected with the situation I've just mentioned, okay? And like I said, nothing bad's going to happen. I'm just making you aware of, obviously. Yeah, right, okay. Again, I feel there's one to come. If I've said... No, not you, no. It's not just generally with you. Sometimes that can be like family, close friends, in your circle, people you know. And I've just got to say with him, he didn't have a lot to say, but he didn't need to. You just knew with him. He was quite transparent. You didn't really need to say, it sounds like my partner. You didn't need to say much, you just knew who he was and how he was, and that was him. Can I say the last 6 months of his life was very hard, please? And can I say he put up a great fight, but so did you? Because it was very draining for yourself, witnessing him go through everything he did and helping him, please. I'm not sure if this is related to the fact of you looking after him and helping him, but can I say there's been some caring in your life where you've cared for other people, please? Because that's what he's bringing through. He said you've cared for everyone else. When is it time to care for yourself? And I feel that's when he's sitting on your bed when you're worried about life and just take some time. It's easier said than done because I don't. I'm a hypocrite when I say this, but this is him coming through to me to saying this. Just take some time out for yourself. He did, and it didn't bother anyone. He happily looked after himself when he needed to and was very proud of you for looking after him when you needed to as well. But he said, now's the time to look after yourself. You've done all the caring, you've done all the help. Look after yourself. Can I say you've just bought a new pair of shoes, please? I know the feeling. I only wear Crocs, so I've even got Croc wellies and everything. I don't wear anything but Crocs, and I always buy a new pair of Crocs. But he's coming through, letting you. It came through to treat yourself, and then I saw a new pair of shoes, but I saw that you already bought them. He's wanting you to treat yourself in another way. What way is that? He said, whatever she pleases. he didn't mind people doing what they wanted to do. He said, if they don't bother me, why should I mess with them, sort of thing. If they don't mess with me, why should I mess with them? He let people get on and do their own things like he did. But he's wanting you to treat yourself other than another pair of shoes. Okay, I don't know what that may be. A spa day maybe. But that's how he's coming forward, and I just want to leave his love with you. But before I draw back, would you understand a burden spirit, please, that you owned? If it's not with you, I've moved on. Okay, right. Thank you for letting me work with you, and I'll leave his love with you. Thank you. I just want to go ahead and say we can get animals in spirit. Obviously, some birds do talk. Dogs don't, but you can feel the energy. I were always clairvoyant, clairsentient, which is the way I feel. All 9 clairs. I'm not going to go through them because I don't remember them. But obviously I did have the bird there, and I'm not sure what bird it is. It is a colourful one. I don't know if it's a parrot or a lovebird or anything like that. I just know it's a colourful bird who would have yapped on. And I feel that comes with a lady in spirit. Would that make sense to anyone, please? Again, hi. With this, I want to say this bird would have belonged to this lady in spirit. Would that make sense? And she doted on this bird. I know I've just given you a message, and it's not your fault. Sometimes spirit come through and want to chat to you again, because sometimes we have 10 million of them. Okay, so I'm going to make it quick because I know I've got a lot of other people to go through. Would you understand where you're not speaking as much as you should? Not opening up as much as you should? Not yapping on, rambling on as much as you should? Because this bird wouldn't have given enough. It would have just yap, yap, yap. And I feel the lady connected to it would have done the same. And that's why they were always yapping at each other. Get a bird and talk to them about each other. No. But this lady, and she's just wanting you to open up and let people trust people more. It's okay to talk. It's okay to ramble on. If people are going to listen, they're going to listen. And if they don't, spirit are. Okay. I'm going to leave there. Have you heard a squawk, please? Like just out of random. And you thought it was maybe Satelli or something?
Yes.
Yes, it's a bird. It squawked at me there. Just, I don't know. Spirit are weird and wonderful, and we get these random things. Just letting you know that it's there. Sometimes they like to freak us out, even though they're not. And I'm going to leave there, love, with you again. Thank you. Okay. I've got to come over here, and I've got to give. I don't know where I'm going. I think it was the lady right at the back. Is it a pink blouse you're wearing with the glasses on your head? Can I work with you, please, dear? Can I say there's a lady in spirit who would have liked to call people dear and lovely and always had a bit of a nickname for people, but nothing nasty, very nice and soft-spoken, please. I want to say she was a very inspirational lady, and I feel she was 2 generations above yourself. I don't know whether that makes sense. Like on grandma's level, something like that. I want to go with grandma's sister, actually, please. Would you understand grandma having a sister, please?
I think she had a sister.
Okay. Because I feel this is the lady I've got with me here. And I've just asked for someone else to step forward connected to this lady who you know more on, okay? And I've got to give you, I'm not sure on the relationship, but I know she's connected to this lady, and she is a lady herself, and she would have been the matriarch of the family, please, and would have kept control of everything in the family. But I want to say before, I feel she would have lost her hearing quite a bit before she passed away, please, in her later days. Because my ears went quite fuzzy and weird. I feel she would have known what she was talking about as well. She said a goat was a goat. A shovel was a shovel. She said it how it is. Didn't sugarcoat anything. Right. But I feel as she lost her hearing, it made her question a lot of things as well, whether what she was saying was right. Does that make sense, please? Don't feel you would have known that. I've got to give you tulips from her, please. That makes sense, tulips. And then all of a sudden, I know it's that country, but I want to go to Amsterdam on a cruise with you, please. Ferry cruise, whatever it is. We've been okay. She likes how you've made yourself to be an independent woman. Would that make sense, please? And you haven't relied on anyone else for anything unless you've really needed to. You stood strong, you stood tall, and you've made a quite good lifestyle for yourself. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Can I say with yourself where there's stomach issues, please? If it's not stomach, I want to go in the abdomen area somewhere, please. Where am I going? It just feels like a general pain around this area, okay? If it's not with yourself, it's with someone very close to you, please, because she's put that on me and it feels dreadful, okay? I feel it's, right, okay, I know what it is now. It's acid reflux, very bad. Would you understand that, please? Okay. She wouldn't have spoke to people who didn't speak to her, would that make sense? If they didn't give her the lickings of the dog, she wouldn't give them one.
No, yeah.
Yeah, if they didn't bother with her, she wouldn't have bothered with them. She said, right, that's it, wash my hands, that's it, okay? And she would have moved on. And can I say you're like that yourself as well, please? Where if people don't respect you, don't bother you, that's it, you move on, you continue. And I feel it does, same with this lady, bothers you in the subconscious, little niggling, but then you got on with your life and the world keeps spinning. I want to bring your attention back to going on trips, on cruise lines and stuff like that. I definitely want to say there's more in the plan of action, please, and more to go on. And can I say, she's very proud of you for, like I said before, having such a glamorous and lovely lifestyle and making such a lovely lifestyle for yourself. And I know I'm repeating myself there, but she really wanted to get that point across. Can I say she wasn't the type of person to always say, I'm proud of you, and stuff like that, please. You would have felt it, but it wouldn't have been verbalised often.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how she comes to, she is proud, and she always was, and it was felt. But she never verbalised her feelings as much, and how she felt about situations and yourself, like being proud. But she had a lot, and I mean a lot of love. I can generally feel it here. Can I say there's a point where you've, I feel like you've come out of it now, where there was a point in your life where you isolated yourself from quite a few people, please? No. Okay. I just want to say you would have stepped back. No, I feel it's more emotional, more like where you've took a step back from people and situations and worked on yourself, please, where you made that decision yourself. Okay. I'm going to leave her love with you and her utmost pride, because she was a woman of pride. She did make it noted how proud, I'm going to try and get my words out. She was proud of everyone, herself, all the family included, and she liked that image of being proud, if that makes sense. Right, thank you. I'm trying to get it worded there. There's a million and one things going on in my head at the moment. I'm going to leave her love for you and say thank you for allowing me to work with you. I want to come down the front again, please. Would you understand, I feel I'm with the lady in pink, is that okay to work with you, please? Would you understand a lady in spirit, please, who had to have a catheter fitted before she passed into spirit, please? I want to, because I can physically feel that. Can I say you looked up to this lady quite a lot, please? And again, like over here, you took immense lot of care for her, please. And I feel that goes into your career as well. I'm not sure whether it's caring or... I feel you work with a lot of people. And I want to say that care that you did for her, you've brought that into your career, that caring aspect, because you didn't realise that you could do what you do now. You didn't think you had it in you to have this strength to care for other people like you do. Would that make sense, please? I want to get more on this lady because she's just drawn me to the catheter bag loads. Can I say this is something she never wanted fitted, please, but it ended up getting fitted anyway. She said, if that has to happen, that's it. There's no point. And I feel if she lost all her faculties and everything, she said there's no point anymore. And I feel she did lose her faculties quite a lot, please, in every aspect. Can I say 2 weeks before she passed away, you had a feeling she was going to very soon? I like it when I work like this. Can I say as well, you are very spiritually inclined? I'm going to work on this because I want to say as well, you are quite sensitive to things around you, people around you, and quite empathetic, please, about certain situations, and that's why you do good in the career you do now. And I feel she works alongside you as well, because I want to say, you should be up here as well, and that sounds very scary because I've been in that position. I said, no, I'll never do that. I admire them, but I'm not special. But it's nothing special to do. I'm not doing new recruits, by the way. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Can I say she didn't speak much, please? Didn't have a lot to say, can I say?
No.
No.
Total opposite.
Total opposite. Because I feel she's gone quite quiet and quite... It's like she's passing a mic on to you and wanting you to speak. I'm going to say that's symbolic, please, where she's wanting you just take over and have your word. Stand up for yourself, stand up for other people, and just want you to... She would have been the type of person who always encouraged you to go with your heart, go with your gut, and wanted you to stand up for yourself for anything. She didn't want you to be pushed down into someone you're not. She wanted you to celebrate who you are. Would that make sense, please? Mm-hmm. Be as unique as you want to be. I know I mentioned about losing the faculties and everything like that, but she didn't want to do that. But I don't think it was because she's making me feel it's not because she was worried about what people thought of her, because she didn't care about that. I feel she cares more about her family seeing her in that way and having that effect on them, because she cared about people more than she cared about herself. I don't feel she was a very selfish person at all. I feel she would have put anyone before herself and would have given anyone a last penny. I want to give you some new shoes as well, but I want to say they're high heels. Would you understand why you've bought some high heels but they're not comfortable? Well, just watch that. If you see a pair of high heels you want, just remember. Okay. Right, with her, she used to, she couldn't wear shoes in the last so long of her life, please, because I felt they weren't comfortable. And I want to say as well, she had some shoes that were a bit... She's saying more for the younger generation, rather than what people called old people shoes. Does that make sense? She was quite stylish at times. She wasn't... She would have worn whatever she wanted to wear. She didn't conform to what she was supposed to wear, if that makes sense. Like, she didn't just have a nightie on. She would have like an old woman's nightie with the buttons down and stuff. I love them, by the way. she would have worn like young people pyjamas, like the spaghetti strap things, and would that not make sense? Was she younger then? Right, I'm going to talk about this properly. Can I say she was younger in her mind than what she was? I feel before she started losing everything. No. I'm not trying to make this fit. I'm just going to try and reword it a different way. See if I've lost connection. Connection? Right. I've definitely got two spirits here because there is one that's a bit of a jokester as well. But I don't feel is with you. I just want to say with her, okay. I've said before that she didn't care what people thought of her, and I feel she just liked to be comfortable in what she was wearing. It didn't matter what it was, whether it was old people's clothes or young people's clothes, air quotes. She just wasn't bothered what she wore. I feel that's the sentiment she's trying to get across, and I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you for talking to me. I don't know if I'm still down this row here or if I've gone behind a bit, but I do have a gentleman in spirit who was a bit of a jokester, and he would have said anything to make somebody laugh, please. Does that make sense? Along the row here. Yeah. Okay. Can I say? He made heavy situations very light-hearted, please. And he'd like to take the pressure off people by just having a good old laugh. I feel he didn't have to do much to make people laugh. He was just generally a funny person. He didn't have to try hard to be funny. He just was one of them people that was. And I've got I'm not sure whether it was his name or not. I don't know why I'm getting names of all the men tonight, but I just want to give you the name Tom, please. Does that connect with you in any way on the earth plane or in spirit, please? Okay, because he's making me very aware of that name, and I just know there's a lot of love needed there. With the jokesters and stuff like that, I've got to second guess them because I don't know if they like playing tricks on us or winding us up or what, but I feel when he went quiet, you knew there was something wrong, and you'd always try and like prod it out of him, what's wrong, and he just wouldn't. He was just like, and you knew to just leave him alone and he'd come out of it himself. I've got a pain down the left side of my face. Would you understand that with him, please? Okay. Would you understand someone who does have a pain in the temple, please? I want to say suffers with migraines. Right, okay. This be the left side of the head more than the right side, please. That's what he's making me aware of. Because he's just wanting to know that even though you do have migraines, and it didn't matter what people were suffering with, he would have wound them up. You know the practical joke shops and stuff like that? You know the one in Scarborough on the corner? It's just drawn my attention to there. And you could get like fake fags and stuff like out of there. I feel that's what he was like more in his younger days. He would have loved a practical joke and like the pretend poo and the sick and stuff like that. I remember I got a box of them for Christmas and stuff, and it was hilarious. But he loved that. He loved just to make people laugh and happy, because I feel that was his sole life purpose. Okay. Can I say it's been a while since you had a good old belly laugh, where you really let yourself go and just let your hair down and just laughed?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Without anyone forcing it on you? Because I feel that's what he would have done. He would have just happily just made you laugh, just to get a good reaction sometimes as well. But like I say, you didn't need to try it, and I feel that's what you are needing, just some comedic relief. Get my words out. Can I say he would have hid someone's dentures, please? Someone's teeth, as a joke. Because that's why I'm now struggling to get my words out. It's like he's took my teeth out and hidden them somewhere, and I want to say that's a memory with him. And I've gone all hot, and I've got some deep heat in my back, right? And I feel that's the sort of joke he would have played. He would have rubbed deep heat on someone's bed or something, or on the clothes, like itching powder, stuff like that. I'm itching all over now. I was going to say, yeah. So he's obviously working very close with you, if you can feel it as well. Like I say, we all have a spirit, we can all connect with spirit, and that's why he's coming in close. Okay. I know COVID was mentioned over there, but can I say, I'm not 100% certain on this, but it makes me feel like he passed during COVID. Would that make sense, please? Would you understand that was someone else's spirit then, please? Okay, that's fine. I feel I've moved on then, okay? And I'm going to leave his love and his excellent humour. And don't worry if you find yourself just absolutely belly laughing for no reason. I feel it's him, okay? Thank you for allowing me to work with you. Right. I think I want to be down over here. I have a gentleman in spirit, and I feel his dad, and it would have passed during COVID, please. I'm not sure whether it was of COVID or not, but it was definitely something unexpected. Can anyone understand that, or at the back? Right. Okay, that's fair enough. He just felt very close, if that makes sense. And that's how I feel a dad is.
I've also got as well, but just...
There as well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I like these because then I get to work a bit harder and it challenges me. Okay, I feel he's bringing my attention to a brown jacket he would have worn, please. Does that make sense? Yeah? No. Okay, I feel I'm at the back. Just listen in though, because there might be a split link. I know what I do. He was a gentleman that a lot of people cared about, and a lot of people, he was very well liked. Can I say that, please? And like I say, it was during COVID and there wasn't a lot of contact, but it was still an unexpected passing, please. And I know with the restrictions, a lot of more people wanted to go than what actually went. It was quite heartbreaking for the people who didn't go. And I feel they're still feeling the repercussions of that now. Would you understand that, please? Where they just feel they haven't got that sense of closure, please.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That place where they just feel they haven't got that sense of closure, please.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
He's drawing my attention to a seat. And he takes a lot of pride in this seat, can I say that? And I got the colour red with it. Does that make sense? Not like a bright red, but I want to say there's like a red hue in it, please.
Possibly, yeah.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Can I say that's just a bit of evidence to show that he's closely connected with you? Can I say he lost his vision as well, please? Not fully.
Maybe at the event, like
Right.
how he passed properly.
Because I've literally, my eyes, I know I've got dodgy eyes at the moment, but this isn't, I can feel the difference. Just went blurry and then just gone. That sort of thing. And I've gone really warm again on my arms, my right arm. Okay. Can I say it would have been a stroke, please? a right arm stroke though.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
We just got the news. Like.
Right, yeah. Because I felt my arm was more warm than what my left. Yeah. Okay. He said those people that couldn't come to the funeral, he knew it wasn't their fault, and he has nothing against them, and he was a very kind-hearted soul, and I wouldn't have held a grudge anyway. Can I say as well, there was something about the flowers at the funeral that wasn't quite right. You weren't 100% sure on whether they were... Can I say, he didn't want flowers, but people brought flowers and paid for flowers anyway. He said he would have rather have had that money gone to charity rather, but he said they were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He said the same, he said they were as beautiful as the people who picked them. Right. I'm not sure if this was him because I didn't see him with it when I first connected, but there's a flat cap. Would we want a flat cap, please? A variety of hats. Because I didn't see him with one when he first connected, but now he's put one on my head and I wasn't 100% sure. Right, okay. He would have been the type of person who would have liked people to be confident in themselves and trust themselves and trust other people. Because he said if you're not confident in yourself, you're not confident in other people, if that makes sense. And can I say, yous are actually quite confident in yourselves, more than what you think you are. And he's very proud of you for being confident, and there's nothing wrong with being confident because you're not being cocky, you're being confident, and there's a difference between that. He was a confident man, and his teachings and I feel his legacies lived on through you all with being confident himself and yourselves. And I'm going to leave his love and his confidence to continue on, please, with yourselves. And thank you for allowing me to work with you. Right. I don't normally get children, but I have a little boy with me, about 5-6-year-old, who passed a spirit, please, and I feel him with leukemia. Does this make sense to anyone, please? No. I'll work on it. I feel he, if I've got the age wrong, that's me. He just looks younger than what he looks quite young. And I can see him very happy and smiling, and I feel he didn't have leukemia long before he passed away. Does this make sense, please? And I know he comes in with an older gentleman, and I feel this gentleman would have been his granddad, please. And I feel his granddad passed before he did. And this young lad is showing me a train set that he would have had. That makes sense? No. The older gentleman I've got with him is his granddad, and I feel he would have worked with trains as well. That's why I've got the train set as well. It would have worked with trains, with the railways. Would this make sense to anyone, please? And I feel can I come to the lady at the back, please? Yeah. Would you understand a gentleman in spirit who would have worked with in the railways, please? Because I did feel...
My dad he didn't work
Your
on the
dad?
railways, but he worked
Right.
for the railways.
Okay, sorry, I knew I was drawn over here. Would you understand a young boy with leukemia, please? No. Okay. I'll just... Because I feel he is connected to the family, okay?
Maybe eons, but I don't know anything about that.
Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. This gentleman is coming in a lot stronger now, and he would have come home, obviously with working with what he did, quite dirty. Would that make sense? No,
No,
that's okay.
he was an office worker.
Okay, because the man I've got is quite dirty, and I feel it was more a hands-on job.
No.
No, that's okay. Does this make sense to anyone else, please?
Not the little boy, but
But the older
man,
Right,
his husband's granddad,
right, okay.
worked on the train. Right.
Would you be able to ask your husband about this little boy, please? Because he is definitely connected to this older gentleman. And I feel no matter how much this man would have washed, he would have still looked like he had dirt on him, even though he didn't put that in. Would you know that?
I know bits about
Bits
it. but
about him, okay. He was very proud of what he did, and he enjoyed his job. Okay. And I want to say that with your husband, can I say he's questioning stuff about his work at the moment, please? Because I want to say if this gentleman's telling him, if he's not proud of the work he's doing, it's not right for him. Does that make sense, please? And the little boy's coming again, so he's definitely connected. And I'm not sure whether this little boy's name or someone connected to you, but would you understand the name Michael, please? Or Mike? He's connected to the young little boy. Okay, so where Michael is, that little boy is. Okay, so if you can find Michael, you'll find this little boy. With your husband at the moment, can I say, obviously he's questioning things in his job, but I feel it's having a knock-on effect with personal life as well. And I just want to say again, this is this older gentleman's advice to him, not mine. So if he wants to take it, that's fine. But if he's not happy in the situation he's in, he should change. He wants him to change it, if that makes sense. And I'm going to leave his love with you. And I don't like leaving too much homework, but sometimes it's the best thing to go home and then come back and say, oh look, this is what it was right or it was wrong. And I do appreciate all the feedback from everyone. I'm just going to leave their love with you, and I do feel you will find this young boy because he is connected. So, right, thank you. Allow me to work with you.
Right, thank you everyone for coming, and that's the end of this.